Hey Virgos, this is going to be your financial success reading where we'll take a look at what's holding you back from achieving monetary greatness. Let's jump right in and start by pulling a couple of oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you guys. What is surrounding my Virgo collective for their financial success reading? And the first card we have out is plan. Anticipate setbacks and failures. Plan for them. Don't let them drain your energy. Use them as fuel to go after your dreams. And let's pull another. See what other energies are surrounding my Virgo collective for their financial success reading. And what we have is, Enzo Ferrari. Before you sell products, sell prestige. Less is wanted more. A strong engine can weather a bumpy road. Okay. So Virgos, out the gate, what I'm seeing for the energy that's surrounding you all is that in your journey to financial abundance, there are going to be a couple of bumps along the road, right? But I think that you're smart enough to be able to plan, to create sort of contingencies for things that come along. So if you, for example, have your own business where you're selling things, maybe there's, a bit of a slowdown in the market. And so thinking through, what you can sort of do to help mitigate those losses. So let's say that maybe you sell knit hats or something like that. Well, in the summertime, it might slow down a little bit. So maybe you sell, I don't know, knit bikinis to sort of entice those people who want something different for the warmer weather when they're at the beach. But Spirit is saying that when it comes to your financial success, you have to think a little bit more long term and, sort of anticipate what's coming down the pipeline. Maybe you watch the news or read like the Wall Street Journal or something like that to sort of get a read on the ebbs and flows of the market. But it's really saying that now is the time for you to create a portfolio, if you will, whether that's a product or a skill set that is going to be in demand at any given time. Something that you can do or produce that's better than anybody else, so that there's always going to be a desire to have that either skill or product, or there's always going to be an opportunity for you to enter a market that other people may not be able to do. So even if things sort of shift for you, you'll always be in that position to pivot right along with it so that your financial flow does not get interrupted. So let's dig into some tarot and see if we can get a little bit more detail about what's happening in your financial life. So first cards that we're going to pull are going to look at your current financial situation. What is happening with my Virgo collective's money? We have the 9 of Wands. So this is my sort of, warrior card. Like, I'm still standing, I'm still here. And so thinking about what we see in the overall energy with setbacks and, bumps in the road, this is somebody who's been bumped. They have been bumped already, but they are still here and they are trying to figure things out. So I think that for you Virgos, there's been an experience where maybe you've hit a few rough patches in your financial journey, but it hasn't completely set you back. You are still very much on that path of saying to yourself, okay, how do we recover from this? How do I prevent this from happening again? So I don't think that right now, Virgos, it doesn't feel like you're destitute or anything like that. It almost feels as though you're trying to create a stronger foundation moving forward so that you can be almost sort of bulletproof. And we have that clarified by the Page of Swords in reverse. So the Page of Swords, when it's upright, is my Watcher card. It's someone who observes but doesn't necessarily engage. They don't take a whole lot of action. But in your case, Virgo, since this is reversed and up against the 9 of Wands, it feels as though you are now ready to move forward, that you have sort of absorbed whatever hits that you've had when it comes to your finances, and you're trying to think of a way to recover. that you're trying to think of a way to move forward and build even stronger than where you were before. So why are you currently under this little bit of stress that you're feeling when it comes to your finances? Why is my Virgo concerned about their money? Okay, we have two that came out, and we have the Devil clarified by the Seven of Cups. All right, Virgo. So not going to lie, it feels as though you may have made some missteps when it comes to managing your money, that you may have invested it somewhere, or that you may have taken something on where you didn't necessarily have full clarity into what was needed to sustain it, or maybe it was an opportunity that you thought sounded good but perhaps didn't do your due diligence and kind of lost that money, because we have the Devil that's represented by sort of bad habits and, not so positive traits. With the Seven of Cups, that's all about illusions, right? Because here we have 7 cups and they're all filled with something different. One of them has like a snake in it, and then we have jewelry in this one. So it's almost like not all opportunities were created equal. So I think that you are learning a lesson from where you invest your money, where you invest your skills, that something may have looked like absolutely wonderful on the surface, but if you dig a little bit deeper, it's like, I don't think that this is here for the long term. Like there's something a little bit funny about this opportunity. So I do think that that was a lesson that you have sort of learned. You had to go through a little bit of hit to get there, but you're coming out of it, which, is a good thing. So how you can relieve yourself of, your current stress and maybe not repeat this misstep in the future, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I think for a lot of my Virgos out there, when an opportunity comes, you get super, super excited about it. It sounds absolutely amazing. And then you jump in kind of head first without doing the research. So with the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's almost like, okay, Virgo, temper your excitement a little bit. Let's sit down and map out what this looks like. Whether it's a job opportunity, whether it's starting a new business, whether it's investing your money, like sit down and plan. Think about what it looks like now, what it might look like in the future. Get all of the information that you can to sort of weigh the pros and cons so you can anticipate any potential challenges that might come along and figure out if there's any way that you can help sort of make those challenges a little less challenging, if you can mitigate some of the issues that you might encounter. And we also have that clarified by the Three of Wands. So this is a card of patience, right? So Virgo, what I'm getting mostly from Spirit right now is that you just need to take your time, that you have to be super thoughtful about the things that you do that will bring you money. So the Three of Wands is really about someone who's waiting for their ships to come in. So, maybe it's time to set aside the sort of fly-by-night opportunities that may sound really, really good on the surface, but aren't sustainable long-term or have huge risks associated with it. So patience, grasshopper. Do your due diligence, take your time, think things through. Now, something that you may need to learn about money, even though I feel like you've learned quite a few lessons already, Virgo, we have the Six of Cups. So this is an interesting card because it's really about nostalgia. It's about those warm, fuzzy, childlike feelings. And, children tend to get very excited about new things as they learn the process. Let's see if we can clarify that a little bit, because I think that your overexcitement may have created some of these challenges for you. And we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So the Seven of Wands is really a sort of defensive card. And what I feel like with these two together, with the Six of Cups and the Seven of Wands, it's almost a little bit of caution that if you sort of don't defend your position, if you don't sort of do your due diligence and make sure that you protect what you have and what it is that you're trying to do, that you're going to go back to this Nine of Wands energy. So the Six of Cups is, can be a card about the past. And I feel as though Spirit is really trying to give you a gentle nudge and saying, please don't repeat what you've done before. like you've learned the lesson, right? So it's important not to slip back into those bad habits of sort of letting your guard down, not doing this planning, right? Not, creating this strong foundation, this strong engine to propel you forward. If you don't do that, then you're going to backslide into this energy that you're now starting to come out of. So something that you can change about the way that you handle money, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So I think for a few Virgos out there, you've probably beat yourself up a little bit about this prior situation or situations, depending on how long you've been on this journey. Don't let that deter you from moving forward and exploring new opportunities, because there is one that's right for you. You just have to make sure to approach it in a more sort of intellectual and thoughtful way. And we have that clarified by the Judgment card. So that's really making the decision not to let your past experiences stop you from being able to create more wealth for yourself going forward. Oftentimes, when people have one experience, it's like once bitten, twice shy. So Virgos, you got bitten. And Spirit doesn't want you to just sort of close the door on opportunities that come towards you because this last one or two or however many didn't work out for you. They're just asking you to approach it in a different way than what you've been doing before. Now, how you can create a better relationship with your money. Again, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. The Three of Swords is really about disappointment. It's about heartbreak. There's a lot of upset energy that surrounds this card. And I don't want to say that Spirit is saying get over it, but they're saying that it's time to move past it. So creating a better relationship with money means you moving on from past experiences that weren't necessarily positive when it came to your cash. So clarifying that, we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and we also have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So this is you sort of no longer fighting, but it's also you not just sort of immediately giving something away, right? And I think that that something may have been your trust, or, again, not, I wish I could find the right words for it, but not sort of doing your homework on things. So creating a better relationship with money means taking your lessons from what you've experienced before and moving a little bit smarter, right? Not sort of going all in, and not, making sure that you protect yourself, making sure that you protect, if it's an investment that you're putting into something, if it's a position that you're trying to maintain or a new position that you're trying to get, it's really about self-preservation. And that self-preservation is going to come from you planning your next steps out. So something in your life that is already abundant that you can be grateful for. The Ten of Wands in reverse. The worst of this is over, Virgo. So you can be happy about that. I think that you have learned your lessons. And so this burden that you've been carrying about these past financial situations or decisions that you made that may have been a little bit short-sighted, that didn't work out the way that you hoped that they would, it's okay. It's past you now. It is absolutely past you. So you can be happy that you are finally moving on from this stress. It feels like it's been a long time coming, but you're going into the next phase of your financial life a lot smarter, a lot stronger and a lot more prepared to look at the long term as opposed to the short term. And look at this. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing for you, Virgo. Whether you believe it right now in this moment or not, there is going to be a different path for you going forward. And it's going to be one that's smarter, that's more informed, and that's going to be infinitely more stable because you are putting the work in to do the planning that's required. Another oracle card. Look at this. I can transform my own world. Make lists of positive aspects. Make lists of things you love and never complain about anything. And as you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give your attention and be who you are, you will tune into who you are, and the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It is not your job to transform the world for others, but it is your job to transform it for you. A state of appreciation is pure connection to source where there is no perception of lack. So I feel like this is validation that good things are coming in for you, that you are transforming yourself, and as a result, you're going to transform your financial situation going forward. So just have faith that you have learned all of the lessons that you've needed to, because there are good things that are coming down the pipeline. Just be smart about it. So Virgos, that's what I got for you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one.